All right. Thank you for allowing me some time to get adjusted and prepared in my own setting for our practice this morning. Welcome again to my home studio here at La Virtual Studio de Ras. I will be leading us this morning here in Bhakti Yoga's virtual studio in a nice morning practice specifically designed for finding our faith, right? Finding our connection to faith this morning. So if that sounds like something for you, we're here, all right? So thank you for joining me here on your mats. Let's go ahead and come to a nice comfortable seat. You can sit in an easy pose such as this or at whatever comfort level you desire. You're at home, so definitely really embrace the idea of this being your practice, right? And connecting with it in the way that you need to, not only mentally and emotionally, but definitely and most importantly, physically. For safety reasons, making sure we're not overextending into parts of our bodies that we feel any pain or overstretch, right? So using that discernment to have a safe and healthy practice with me this morning. All right, so let's get to the amazing part of waking up and doing morning yoga, the mindfulness aspect. So go ahead and in your comfortable position, whatever that may be, just allow the eyes to close. Maybe noticing that downward spiral of energy as you release the sensory sight experience. Just begin to deepen your connection to your breath. That could mean maybe adding a few intentional inhales and exhales. Or it could mean just bringing the awareness to that consistent rhythm, that flux of inward air, prana, and the exhalation of it, apanavadi. Just take a few more moments in this centered space of mindfulness. Maybe considering the sounds around you, the sensations in the body. And taking one deep inhale through the nose. Relax the jaw and open the mouth. Taking one more of those, maybe creating the H ha sound as you exhale. Inhale through the nose deeply. And exhale, release. Coming back to a neutral experience in the body, mind, physical reality connection. Allow your thoughts to settle on a peaceful space, connecting with contentment in your body, in the moment. With this practice being entitled Faith as Your Foundation, we bring into this yoga practice the idea of belief. Yoga comes from a spiritual practice, one that is rooted in a deep ritualistic experience with not only the beloved of the worshipers who created this yoga asana, the Hindu faith, but faith in our practice, right? The ritualistic motions of the body. These yoga practices, where you have some which are based in Vinyasa, some that are based in Iyengar or Ashtanga, there's a ritualistic set of motions that demonstrate our commitment to this practice. Sometimes we go into our sun salutations and may have no idea what things that they're doing to our body, what these asanas, what power that they hold within us. We just know we feel good after, right? Well, it's similar to this idea of what we have belief in. We wake up every morning and we commit ourselves to certain practices and don't actually realize that instead of looking at faith, right, this idea that circumvents religion and spirituality and sometimes even the esoteric, right? Faith in the unseen. But faith isn't so much of this mind space experience. Faith is a practice. Faith is the belief in the consistency of doing something or experiencing something or having this set value and trusting that space that for whatever benefit that you're seeking, it will come, right? So in our worlds, in our lives, outside of just our yoga practice, where through our faiths in this yoga practice, we're able to become fully absorbed, not only physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. But in our lives, what beliefs activate that aspect of you? What parts of you deserve a little bit more faith, a little bit more consistency in your own practice, right? Instead of having this desire to think about belief, right? And think about it in that way where it becomes very cerebral, but actually the practice that unfolds. So having this deep faith and this connection in what we do as people and who we are draws us closer to the actualization of fullness of self, the Atman. So let's just take a moment in a small meditation connecting with this aspect of faith and belief, all circumventing trust, interlacing your fingers for this mudra here. You're going to take the fingers and allow them to rest over the heart, maybe delicately over the rib cage, the top area. And just notice any tension in the shoulders, maybe releasing them with a few shrugs downward. Closing the eyes. Just slowly notice the breath. Vajrana Mudra. Connecting with this clasped finger pose over your chest, like a cradle for your heart. A cradle for all of the things spilling over from you, activating the feeling of safety. Most times when we're lacking faith or belief in our experiences and the positive outcomes that, hopefully come out of it, fear strikes us and all of that can be dismantled from the bottom down. But when we allow ourselves the decency and grace to realize that we are safe in this experience, that all things were created for our benefit, for our purpose, for the exaltation of this great divine plan, that is where trust overrides fear. Faith trumps the idea of insecurity. Just take another moment connecting with the breath and the heart. Releasing the hands. Keeping the eyes closed if you would choose. Just take a moment to notice how you feel. Noticing the space that you hold in your own body. Take one deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale. And exhale. Beginning our practice with this Om sound. The vibration, the fabric of our universe, holding together these cosmic rhythms. Inhale for Om. Inhale. Slowly blink the eyes open. Noticing yourself in the room. Let's go ahead and make our way onto hands and knees on our mat for cat-cow pose. So, taking the knees underneath of the hips, the palms stacked on top of the mat, elbows over wrists, shoulders over elbows, finding a nice equidistant experience between the joints on all parts of your limbs. Now, as you inhale, pressing the fullness of your palm into the mat, lift the chest, finding cow pose. The belly may want to drop here, but see if you can tighten the navel against the spine as you continue to stretch the collarbone forward. Exhale, contract the navel. Exhaling and pulling the navel back towards the lower spine as you curve the upper spine towards the ceiling, creating a C curve. Inhale, lifting for cow pose. Exhale, tuck away. Now you continue on these on your own count, using the inhale to lift and the exhale to contract or push away. Maybe speed it up, accelerating the movement and undulation of the spine. Maybe you just against the soft body, while also finding more space to lift and stretch into more comforting positions, allowing a little bit more liberation. Coming back to hands and knees. On your next inhale, find your tabletop position. Now from here, you're going to make sure that the left knee is planted into the mat. Tuck the left toes under. Inhale, the right toes reach back, lifting from the heel, guide the upper thigh up, finding a nice long line from head, the crown, to the heel of the foot. Turn the toes down. The right palm is pressed into the mat. From here, maybe take a balance, lifting the left fingertips to point forward, finding a nice long balance here, maybe pointing. So that's a halfway mode between flexing and pointing the foot towards the back wall. Maybe you stay here or exhale, hug the right knee in to meet left elbow, taking a nice curve, cat pose here. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, take that nice contraction as you hug the belly up, coiling the navel. The elbow meets knee, chin tucks. Inhale, reach forward. Let's take two more. Exhale, crunch and curl in. Last one. Deep inhale. And exhale, release the breath. Nice. Now from here, walk the left hand down. The right toes reach back again. From there, finding gate pose. The left toes reach back to the other side, left edge of the wood or ground or mat. Inhale, the right arm reaches over the right earlobe, finding a nice long opening here in the right side body, the lats, the torso, the hips, the groin. Press the pelvis through, maybe lifting the chest up. Now, maybe you stay here, or you lift the right arm up. Inhale here. Exhale, hug the right arm under, taking a twist, letting it interweave between left arm, left thigh. Now taking the arm back up, inhale, keeping the lower body straight, reach up. Exhale, twist and curve. Keep the hips forward. Let's take two more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Maybe staying here for a moment just for a test of strength, planting the right foot into the mat, lifting the left knee up, maybe take a side plank. One more breath, maybe extending the left foot to the mat if it's hard to keep up. Exhale, take the hands down, walk the feet back into your neutral. Table under, press the mat away, extending through the chest. The left palm stays into the mat. Extend the right fingertips up, left toes lift, maybe pointing to the wall behind you, finding that nice long line from crown to toe. As you exhale, hug the left knee in to meet the right elbow. Find that contoured shape. Let's take three more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. And exhale. Good. The right palm comes down to the mat. Send the left toes back. Turn the right foot out to come to the edge of the mat or onto the floor. Lips and the heel or side of the left foot extended. Keep reaching. Now inhale, the left arm reaches up towards the ceiling, finding that line between the arms and where they're placed. As you exhale, take the twist. Left arm weaves under between right arm and right thigh. Inhale, lifting back up. Exhale, twist. Inhale it. Exhale, twist. Last one, inhale it. And exhale, twist. Good. Now maybe staying here. Just finding a nice opening experience here, lifting the chest, pressing pelvis forward, or weight into the left foot, lift the right knee up, hovering towards the chest. Maybe staying here. This is more of an extended practice this morning, or extend the right foot out to find an opening of the chest for a while. One more breath. And exhale, left hand down, send the right toes back, bend the knees, release to the mat. Coming into puppy pose, Anahatasana, heart chakra pose. The heart is where we're melting from. So reach the fingertips forward. Keep the knees under the hips. Try not to come forward or back, but right over. Nice. Now, as the fingertips reach out, keeping that traction, let the heart melt toward the mat. This is where the offering takes place in Vinyasa. In poses like this, yes, we're getting the benefit of allowing the heart to melt, opening up the chest, feeling this clarity in the lungs, in the upper part of the abs and torso. But this is also serving as an offering. The simple act of putting our heart towards where we stand activates the consciousness, this connection between our actions and how we believe. Offering our heart to where we stand, where we are planted, and seeing that with love and compassion and faith in the opportunity for perseverance and self-realization. Inhale, rolling onto the elbows. Drop the pelvis down, move into Sphinx pose. But as you press the pelvis down, see if you can keep the navel lifted as you lift the heart. Maybe extending through the toes, the knees will slightly lift. Take one more deep inhale and one more exhale. And slowly release down. Nice and easy, good. From here, walk the palms to the sides of the mat, elbows lifted up. Let's take 3 cobra rolls just to activate the spine. So noticing the toes, lift the knees, extend through the upper thighs. Inhale, lift, and exhale, roll down. Good. Let's take 2 more. Inhale, rolling the belly up. Chest and chin, head arrives last. Exhale, fold. Now from here, palms underneath the chest. Squeeze the elbows into the sides of the body. Extend through the toes, maybe lifting for baby cobra for a small upper back bend. Or lifting knees, thighs, pelvis, torso, chest off of the mat. Squeezing the shoulders towards each other as you lift the heart through. Really open up the chest. Exhale, tuck toes, finding downward facing dog. Heels to the mat. Using down dog as a resting pose never sounds quite right, but once you notice just what the body is doing here, you can find a deep activation of the breath. So, taking the heels to the mat, press the palms into the floor as you rotate the elbows under, activating the sides of the body so you take the weight out of it. Last one, inhale and exhale. Good. From here, slowly walk the toes to meet the hands. Back of the heels, the toes, the ball. And from here, and then the left knee. Keep the right leg slightly straightened, but never locking out the knee completely, a small bend. The left hand comes down towards the ceiling, taking the twist. Maybe you stay here and continue to press the mat away, lifting the chest, and connecting with the area of the abdomen under the left upper right rib cage up towards the ceiling, off of the flesh.
Left arm sweeps up, taking a nice buoyant joint in the right kneecap. Exhale, maybe taking the bind. Left arm wraps around the back, comes into the right knee, right thigh. Inhale, lift the left shoulder. As you press the shoulder back, you're noticing the rising of the left rib cage as you find that twist. Release, fold forward. Inhale for a halfway lift. Finding that spine as you lengthen to the crown of the head. Find a nice tuck in the lower back. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, arms wide. Mountain pose. In this potent pose, in the belief and faith of what it took to get us to where we are today, and the positive outcome of what will arrive in the future. Trust. Inhale, taking our sun salutation A, maybe toes coming to touch or hips distance apart. Lift the arms towards the ceilings. Interlacing your fingers, release the pointer fingers towards the ceiling. Draw the belly back as you squeeze the head between the arm bones. Tuck the pelvis. Notice the elongation in the spine. Exhale, swan dive forward. Allow the heart to melt towards the legs. In downward facing dog. Heels to the mat. 2 breaths in and out. Inhale, heels lift. Bend knees and step forward between hands at the top of the mat. Folding over. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, fold forward and release. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Last one, Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold forward. Downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths in and out. In and out. Inhale, left leg rises for down dog split. So send the left toes up nice and long. As you exhale, bend the knee, open the hip to the floor to flip your dog. Opening the chest, lift the heart. Exhale, left arm makes its way back down to the mat. Hug the knee in toward the chest. Sending the leg through, stepping forward, warrior 1. Drop the back heel down. Inhale, arms rise, sending us up. Good. Squeezing the head between the arm bones here. Sink down into the left knee. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, sink deep. Shifting the left hip back, right hip forward. 1 more breath. Good. Now as you exhale, open to the left side for a high warrior 1 twist. Inhale, rise. Exhale, twist. Maybe sending the right hand on the outside of the left knee. Inhale, lift. And last one, exhale, twist. Good. Sending the left arm up. Inhale. Maybe reaching the right arm back. Take a small back bend as you lift. Exhale, the left arm to the inside of the left knee. Sweeping over into Skandasana on the right leg. Turn the right toes out, right heel in, sink down into the right knee. Maybe the right arm reaches out to the right side and lifting the left arm up, opening up the chest. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Nice forward fold. Take 1 breath in and 1 breath out. Good. The left palm makes its way to the mat. As you inhale, the right arm reaches up, lifting the chest. Take a nice forward straddle. Back up, coming through your straddle twist. Exhale, twist. Right arm weaves to the inside of the left arm, reaching towards left ankle. Inhale up. Let's take this last one. Exhale, reach. Maybe finding the leg or the ankle, bending the elbow, taking the twist. Inhale, turning the left toes forward. Walk the hands to either side of the left leg. Send the right knee down. Inhale, arms rise, Anjaneyasana. And as you exhale, cut into the elbows, pressing the elbows to the inside of the left leg. Hinge the hips back and fold forward, half hundred. For most that know me, favorite sequences of movements. Moving from this Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. We're going to take this 3 times. Exhale, elbows press in. Palms drop towards the face as the elbows reach back. Hug the belly back. Fingertips reach. Extend the left toes. Last one. Inhale. Reaching. And exhale. Nice. Extending back. Walk the hands forward. Good. Send the left arm up, taking a small twist here. And exhale, left hand down. Draw the left foot back. Up dog or baby cobra. Tucking toes. Let's all meet. And downward facing dog. Hips towards the ceiling. Heels to the mat. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Last breath before the other side. Let's take it nice and juicy. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, the right side lifts. Right toes reach towards the ceiling. Down. So as open. Keep the right palm down, just opening the right obliques. Maybe flipping dog now. As the right toes make their way to the shift the right hip back, left hip forward. Keep extending through the back toes and maybe lifting the toes off the ground, intending to connect with the arch of the inner left foot. Inhale, the arms rise, rising for warrior one. Squeezing the head between the arm bones, sink down, side of the left knee. Inhale, open. Come back to warrior one. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. Last one. And exhale, twist. Oh, we need faith for these poses, right? Now sending the arms forward. Exhale, let the arms come down to the inside of the right knee. Bend into the left knee as you turn the toes out, left heel, and sink down. Shavasana. The left arm makes its way to the outside of the left knee. Inside of the left knee, right arm reaches up. Sink down into the hips. Breathing, drop the elbows down. Allow yourself a moment. Right palm, left palm makes its way to the mat. Inhale, the right arm reaches up. Right arm makes its way to the mat. Left arm reaches up. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, take the twist. Left arm weaves its way underneath of the right, reaching towards right ankle. Take a small bend here. Inhale, lift up. Drawing the body up, binding that counter twist. Exhale, reach the arm through. Inhale, last one. Maybe taking the bind. Left fingertips towards right ankle. Exhale, or reaching past it or towards it. One breath in. Exhale, twist. Walking the hands back forward to the inside of the right knee. Right arm on the outside of the right knee. Drop the left knee down to the mat. Inhale, the arms rise, Anjaneyasana. Extend through the right toes as you fold over right upper thigh. Inhale, reaching forward, hugging the belly in. As you scoop the belly up, reach the arms towards the ceiling, smallest back bend. As you exhale, hug everything in, coiling the navel. Press the hips back, half Hanuman. Inhale, reach forward. Last one. And exhale. Both hands forward. Walk the right toes back. Moving through Anahatasana. Reach the fingertips long, allow the heart to melt. Take 3 more breaths. Good. From here, coming through full prostration, take the belly onto the mat, nice and flat. Extend the fingertips long, drop the forehead down, and fully submit. Taking a moment to connect with your practice, your offering of faith, your offering of connectivity. Draw the hands back, and let's shift the hips back, moving through your Vinyasa, up dog, tucking toes, downward facing dog, heels to the mat. Take 2 breaths here, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Last one, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, heels lift. Bend the knees and hop forward between hands at the top of the mat. The knees come together, thighs come together, toes come together, heels apart. Sink down into the hips. Draw the hips under, lift the chest slightly, tucking lower back. Inhale, extend the fingertips back first. Nice long pistol head here. So dropping the hips down, extend through the head. Now as you inhale, the arms reach up. Keep the hips where they are. Lift the chest off of the thighs. Tuck the lower back under. Lift the heart. Let's take 3 breaths. Exhale, sink. Reaching through the fingertips. Last one. Woo. And exhale, release, forward fold. Interlacing the hands behind you, drop the heart towards the knee. Last breath. Releasing the palms. Good. Now, palms come down to the mat, walk the toes apart. Sinking down into the hips, form the Lost-in-a squat. Drop the hips down, elbows come to the insides of the knees, lift the chest towards the thumbs. Breathing here. Sinking down into the hips as you draw the belly under, lifting the chest towards the thumbs, extending the collarbone. So finding a flatness here as you sink down. Maybe keeping the palms here or interlacing the fingertips. Finding Vajrana Mudra. Trust in the pose, trust in the experience, in the practice. Faith is a practice, not a concept, but an experiential gift. Good. Release the right hand to the mat, to the floor. Shifting slightly to the right side, lift the left arm up, taking the twist. Inhale here. And exhale. Maybe releasing the left hand behind the back for the bind. Maybe taking the full bind. Right arm reaches around the right shin. Pulling down on top hand with bottom, lift the chest. Sink deeper. Releasing the pose. Good. Left palm down to the mat. Inhale, the right arm reaches up, taking that twist. Maybe using the half bind. Maybe full. Pulling down on top hand with bottom. Reach the right shoulder up, lifting that bottom rib cage. And release. Lifting the hips. Take a forward fold. Good. Last breath, inhale. And exhale. Now from here, slowly bending the knees, rolling up. Come to rise. Now, I'm going to face the camera. So you see a different experience with me here. Excuse me for my sweat, a little sweaty here this morning. Now, keeping the knees bent, find some buoyancy here. We're gonna move through 2 Kriya breaths here. The first breath is known as the twisting Kriya. So it's a breath with twisting movements that help to power up and cleanse the diaphragm, the belly, all that internal stuff here that helps block us from this full experience of fluid circulation of prana in the body, okay? So bending the knees, finding that buoyancy here. Elbows can bend, maybe the fingertips touch the shoulders. Now, maybe watching first, inhale. So inhale, center, exhale, twist. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Let's take it together. And 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, center, releasing the palms. Notice how you feel. If you feel dizzy, maybe taking a nice forward fold, allowing the head to drop down for a moment, palms to relax. And as you inhale, slowly roll up. Good. Perfect, guys. I know that was perfect from where you were. Now, moving into our second cleansing Kriya here. So it's a certain type of breath that draws the belly up towards the spine, okay? So it's a little hard to experience, but I will show you the best way that I can. It's great for detoxing. Now, finding that bend, that buoyancy in the knees. Take the palms towards the knees, drop the hips down. Now, noticing the breath, you're gonna take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, you're gonna expel all of the breath. And at the very end of the breath, you're gonna pull your belly button up to meet your spine, curling up, you're tucking your breath into your throat by like holding the breath. So I'll show you once. Inhale here, exhale. So, breaking the breath down. You're inhaling through the nose, drawing the breath into the belly. Exhale, expel, push all the breath out. And at the very end of that exhale, as the breath is releasing, the belly is pulling in, you're going to draw that navel up a little bit more without breathing, okay? So we're going to just try it 3 times, okay? On your own, it's a great breath if you can access it. Inhale through the nose and exhale. Belly tucks here. And release. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And release. Now last one. Inhale through the nose. And exhale. And release. Good. Coming back to standing on your mat. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold forward. Lifting halfway. Inhale, lifting spine, finding that length. And as you exhale, walk the toes apart, finding your Malasana squat. Good. Elbows into the knees, lifting the heart. Now, taking a moment here, we're going to use these concepts of the breath, this foundation of faith, and take it all into crow pose, Bakasana today. So walking the palms down to the mat, lifting the hips up. Now, if you have problems with a bit of balance into the palms here. You can take 2 blocks or books from your lovely library underneath of your palms and press them down, making sure they're an even length apart for a while. Now walk the toes in to touch. Toes touching heels apart. Lifting the heels, press all of the way into the palms. Don't bend the elbows yet, okay? Now, knees bend, lift the heels. Maybe turning the toes out so that the heels now are together. The knees are almost in a place where they can sit to either side, dropping the heels down to the hips. Now, send the hips upward. Notice the lower belly here. Same place we just accessed with our last breath. Palms pressed into the mat. The knees hiked up into the backs of the armpits. Place on a small little platform called your forearm here. Press the knees into this area. Notice the sensation of your weight as you lean forward. Now maybe you stay here and practice hugging the belly up, curving the lower spine under, lifting the hips. And take 3 breaths there, in and out. Or finding your crow pose, pressing into the palms, lifting the hips, leaning forward. Maybe one knee comes forward as you lift, maybe the other. Lifting the knees into the arm bones, lift the toes towards the hips, tucking the belly, pressing the arms as straight as possible. One more breath. And extend back, shifting through your vinyasa, meeting in downward facing dog. Inhaling and exhaling. Last breath, inhale and exhale. Walking the hands back to meet the toes at the back of the mat, fold forward. Noticing the head, release the neck. Maybe nodding it and slowly rise to standing. Good. Now from here, taking all the weight into the right foot, hug the left knee up into the chest. Breathing here. Now, maybe the knee is a little bit lower, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Try not to sacrifice the experience of the shoulders, the belly, the knees, the chest by shifting. Now, only if you found that balance do you then hug the knee up into the chest, pressing the right hip forward. Let's take one more breath here. Or maybe taking the right hand around the top of the left knee, hugging it in, keeping the knee in. Wherever you are, you're gonna open and kick the left foot forward as you open the left arm towards the back of the room. Maybe you have to stand near a wall, but just notice this twist here. Maybe the left knee is bent and you hold it in, taking the twist. Whichever is fine. But let's stay here for 3 more breaths. Inhale, come center. Good. Following the breath. Extend the left toes forward, taking your step, coming into the top of our shortened pyramid pose. Inhale, the arms rise, interlacing the fingers, pointer fingers release. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale here. And exhale, right arm on the outside of the left leg. Open up, take the twist here. Upper ribs. One more breath, inhale. Good. Now, taking a small bend in the left leg. Reach the right fingertips forward 10 inches in front of you, maybe on a block or a book. Extend the right toes behind you as you find your standing half moon. Last breath. Exhale, release the right toes down, triangle pyramid pose, and fold forward over the left leg. Lifting halfway, inhale. Exhale, elbows bend, walk the heart back to meet the thighs, opening the back of the hamstring. Right heel drops down. Last breath. Inhale, walk the hands forward, bend into the left knee, standing split, right toes rise. Inhale and exhale. Last breath. Release the right toes down. Good. Finding warrior two. Inhale, the arms rise. Exhale, reversing warrior. Left arm reaches back. Good. Exhale, send the left arm to the inside of the left shin. Reach the right arm forward, taking extended side angle. Maybe taking the bind. Staying here for 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Now, maybe the hands walk to either side of the heels. You can stay here and allow the body to rest. Just for a moment. Maybe you choose to take tripod hand sit stand, letting the top of the head rest onto the mat, walking the palms underneath of the chest, lifting the hips as you take the knees to the tops of the elbows. You can choose to stay here or maybe lift the toes. One more breath. Exhale, release down. Good. And walk the hands forward, finding downward facing dog, heels to the mat. Walking the hands back to meet the toes. Let's take it on the right side. Good. Inhale, lifting up. Good. Finding the left knee. Hugging the right knee into the chest. Good. Lifting the heart. Now remember, not hugging the knee up until you find your balance. Allowing that knee to rest into the arms, into the hands. As you then find the balance, hug the knee and contracting the navel. Once there, finding your twist, whichever you took on the opposite side. 2 more breaths. And release. Giant step forward, taking your pyramid pose. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, reach forward. Flat back. Left arm comes to the outside of the right hip. Reach the right arm up, taking the right knee bends. One more breath. Good. Exhale, releasing the right hand down to the mat. Extend the left toes behind you and finding your pyramid pose. Lifting the chest, exhale, fold forward. One more breath in. Exhale, hinge forward, even deeper. Inhale, reach forward. Finding your standing split, left toes rise. Exhale, drop the left foot back, reaching the left arms up, right hand back, reversing warrior. Inhale, and exhale, extended side angle. Maybe taking your bind. Last breath. And release, turning forward, take a forward fold straddle. Now, from here, slowly rising. You can choose to try again your tripod handstand, maybe taking a forward fold, taking the backs of the heels or the toes, big toes into peace fingers. Tripod headstand, head to the mat, lifting from the toes, or trying your press up of your legs. So taking the palms to the mat, your puppy press here, maybe deciding to shift forward into the hands, taking the toes towards each other, choosing to lift up the heels tops of the toes, and exhale, taking them down. Maybe shifting forward, roll into the tops of the toes. Maybe finding a balance if you can, toes off the mat, hugging the lower belly in. Exhale, take it down. Let's try it one more time. Pressing into the palms, lifting the toe, heels and toes off of the mat if you can. Exhale, release down. Folding forward, dropping to the knees. Let's take child's pose. Reach the heels back, fold forward. Walking the hands back, lifting onto the heels. Taking this moment to close the eyes as we press up into our inversion of the day, handstand. Connecting back with all that we practice. Faith is also preparation, the practice that leads us up into the accessibility of the belief. So trusting your facility that you're ready for this experience. Everything is activated. Okay? So maybe if there's a wall in front of you or somewhere close to you, let's try this together using the wall. If not, maybe just try kick-ups, but do it carefully, as explained earlier. So walking as close as you can to the mat, taking the fingertips about arm's distance away from the wall. Tuck the toes under down dog here. Now using this moment to find a kick up, maybe drawing one heel up, pressing into the palms, finding your kick up here. Maybe the toes come to the wall, maybe they don't. Wherever they are, if you found the wall, just practice here. Extending through the toes, look forward. Take the toes over the head. Press pelvis forward, maybe you stay here, maybe the other, arise. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the toes. And let's meet on our backs on the mat. Laying down, relaxing. Hugging the knees into the chest, rock side to side. You had a nice, engaging foundations in faith-based practice. Dropping the heels to the mat, lift the pelvis for support under the hips. Maybe staying here or lifting straight up into Virasana wheel pose, a nice rectus abdominal stretch from all those twists. One more breath here. And exhale, release. Come down. Taking a forward fold of your choice. Maybe that's forward fold, sit bones on the mat in staff pose. Or taking the toes over the head, rocking the hips over the shoulders, and letting the toes rest towards the ceiling. Maybe dropping straight into cloud pose, since we already took our inversions. Slowly rolling down, hug the knees into the chest. Taking any final movements of the spine you may need. I'm all twisted out, but if you need 5, 6, 7, or one more, maybe -5, do what you'd like. And slowly, when you're ready, come into our final resting pose of the day of Shavasana, of the beautiful, relaxing, faith-based pose, full submergence and absorbance, samadhi, quieting the mind, releasing the distortions of the true truth, satya, the ultimate reality of bliss in the divine. Choosing to stay here in Shavasana, I'll close the practice here this morning. Remembering to stay in this place of non-doing, connecting with your power in your body, lying in ecstasy. Faith is not a concept. Belief, yes, is something that we can access a part of, the superficial layer with our minds. But the part of us that exercises the practice, the consistency, the dedication, the discipline, the ritual of faith and belief, we must put ourselves to the test. After all of this turmoil in the world, it really boils down to, what do you believe in? What systems, what experiences, what truths, what religions, what fantasies, what realities, what relationships. And practicing our commitments shows what we truly believe in. So as you sit in your reflections and you begin to truly connect with where you stand and how you want to stand there, in victory or pressure, in desire or discontentment. So staying in this place of non-doing, allow those things to come into the mind. See them, experience, and observe them. And allow them to become a current of love, of experience, and of potential in your bodies. Thank you so much for your practice this morning. Enjoy your Shavasana, and we'll see you later, guys. Take care.